Good morning. As you can see, I'm still trying to wiggle my way into letting that be seen. But, yeah. How's it going with everybody on the morning? Hopefully good. I got, as usual, coffee ready, bowl packed, another refill ready, a few cigarettes to go. We're good. As normal, you guys, maybe you can help me with a good time for you guys, you know what I'm saying? I got a pretty open schedule, usually. Nah, I'd like to schedule a live stream, you know what I'm saying? Welcome, viewer. Hold on, I'll turn the chats on. If you want to talk to me, you'll be able to. I did announce it was an interactive chat, so that'd be nice of me, wouldn't it? Oh, hold on. I just noticed my hair is messy. Oh, take over that, will you, OPP? There we go. Try to look somewhat presentable. So what's everybody up to on a Monday morning? Obviously, you can see us small channels can't afford makeup and hairdoers. Hairdoers. Like the big people. You want in there, buddy? I'll be right back with you, folks. Oh, there is people here. Morning, Minute Man. I recognize yours. CV Baker. Hi. Sorry, guys. I was tending to the chats. I mean, well, to the cats, not the chats. Getting medicated with you? Awesome. Your Toker senses you tingling? Awesome, buddy. Morning, CV. Fucking awesome to see you, bro. Awesome to see you. Only one other way would be better than seeing you this way, and that'd be in person, CV. Wow. Now it's a good morning, even better. Hi, Iron Fire Horse. I love you, baby girl. Go grab your coffee and your medication, darling. We'll be right here for you, won't we, boys? She's one of my best viewers I've ever had. Because I always brag, I got the best viewers on YouTube, and I can literally say that and know it's true. I do. But yeah, cheers to that. What's everybody medicating with today, anyway? Weed, that is. Wow, you can tell me anything, but it is a public forum. Just keep that in mind. Down my amplifier. Dabbing along. All right, you're doing some dabs. Awesome. I'm actually just about, well, I'm almost out of bud. I'm down to my roaches. I ain't out of weed by far, but yeah. Had a jar full. The jar's getting about empty. About time to get it a refill. Well, I don't know about a refill. At least a quarter to get me anyway. You know, I'm a lot of the same time Minute Man. I don't know what strain mine is either a lot of the times, but I know it's potent. Like the guy was a Kush. I remember he said it was purple or blue-haired, but I can't remember which, and the name, but I don't know. I know good weed when I smell it, though. And Sheetsy, how's it going, John? Well, I just see a buffering thing. Good morning, Sheetsy, in case you couldn't hear me, buddy. How's it going, John? In case you hear an echo, I just wanted to make sure he caught what I said to him, so I see I got an interruption warning when I was talking, so. Yeah, cheers is right, John. Glad you stopped in. You got some shatter? Wow, you know what? I've been smoking. Well, you do the math. I'm 52 and I started when I was 13, and I have yet to try shatter. Of course, I smoked all kinds of hashes and stuff growing up, and I've tried concentrates, but I've never tried shatter, and I so am curious. I want to. Right, same with me, Minute Man. They tell you and I smoke and I forget what I'm fucking the name of it too. Thank you for letting me know that stuff. You're always on my, yeah, I appreciate you having my technical back. You're awesome. You know what it's like, buddy. You run a good stream yourself. You know the struggle. All good in the hood? Fucking right. You're right in the hood, too, with the old WTVL, ain't you? Just in time to burn with me. You notice I said WTVL, John. John, would you, if you don't mind me asking, would you still taking the same medication that we went to the clinic for when you got on Kratom? If so, I was just curious how many milligrams and if you had to taper off that and went straight to Kratom, how much I'm going to need. I'm on 50 mils now. Right, yeah, it works right away. Yeah, the shatter, I bet, buddy. I bet. Yeah, I'm dying to try that. I got a lot of friends in Canada, I almost said. I'm getting baked already. In Canada that have shatter, and they like it too. I guess it's pretty popular in the dispensaries up there. I remember in these words. I know all the words, but then I try to say them, and I'm like halfway through a sentence and forget what I'm saying. You ready? All right. Aim. Got your lighter? All right, go, Irene. Then it will be hi, everybody. Instead of H-I, it'll be H-I-G-I. H-I-G-H, excuse me. Like me. Hi. Oh, my sense of humor. Glad you're back, Irene. Please remember, you guys, most everybody that comes on here is other channels with other YouTube creatives with channels too. So feel free to sub up if there's somebody you don't recognize. They're good people on here, especially this morning. I can see who everybody is. No trolls or nothing like that. So please feel free to sub up to each other. The more we grow, the more it'll grow, and share them. You know what I mean? I'd rather one share than, I don't know, anything else really. Only 22 when you left. I absolutely no withdrawal with the Kratom. Wow! I'm right there too. I could get down to 22 in no time from 50, John. Are you getting your Kratom from a doctor, dude? Can I get it online? Like there's different strains of that too. So I need to know exactly what to order. You know what I mean, bro? I know you know what I mean. You know exactly what I mean, but if there's anything you don't want to say online, you can, like, leave a note with your wife, because I see her every now and then, you know. I'll better yet come to the clinic with her. I'll give you some of my meds, and you can give me some Menfo. Drug-free now, thanks to Kratom. Fucking right. That's what I want to do. You know, and I know you like me. We can't knock methadone. It helped, you know what I mean? But, you know, the withdrawals from that are terrible, too, but I heard Kratom actually has some withdrawals. Just like anything, though, you got to be tapered. And I've heard some people say they had no withdrawals from it, but I don't know. Well, we both know what the friggin' opiate withdrawals are like. Probably most people do. They're hell. You're on it, Irene? Awesome. Not at Kratom, I meant, but yeah, I know what you're talking about anyway, Irene. I don't want anybody else to think any different. Yeah. Give a shout out to my friend Peter Lawler, one of my viewers on here. It's been helping me behind the scenes. I was busy yesterday, not just with that, but with a lot of other things too, but that's why I wasn't on. Hate it when real life interferes with YouTube. Just a joke, but yeah. But Pete was very very helpful, I should say, in assisting me with the Kim Moreau missing family case, missing person case of the Kim Moreau family there. Not that we've got any closer with that, but there was a channel on YouTube saying they knew where this murder was, and of the Ayla Reynolds murder. The guy was fucking weird, and he was all in like, okay, thanks, John. But this channel was all on like I don't know, saying he knew where these missing people were and shit like that. And they were all like Maine cases too. Yeah, I did, buddy. I got out of the tree trap. There's Peter. Fucking love you for helping me, buddy. The best. Without getting in too detail, the Moreau family's gonna fucking appreciate it, trust me. Whether it goes anywhere or not. More iron. You do that, dude? Oh, fucking, I know you would, but that'd be great. You make a tea with it, right? Because, like, I've been getting a lot of joint pain, you know what I'm saying, John? And I don't want to, you know. Every now and then I slip. Like, I missed 2 days of the clinic the other day, and I did an oxy, but I was fucking, after the second day without no methadone, I was getting pretty ill. But yeah, it seems though it's all still legal up here. We can do that while we can, you know? And I can share some of this back, you know? Yes. I tell you what, boy, Peter, you're an amazing guy, dude. I wish this fucking whole country was made up of people like you. Freaking war hero in my book. Definitely a war hero. Right? Oh, I didn't see what Miniman said. Yeah, you coughing, is he, Irene? Sometimes it gets spinning past and I can't read it. Yeah. Barely take a hit of this stuff without coughing my lungs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a good problem to have, though, ain't it? We all know the shitty weed don't make you cough much. Make you a scratchy throat, you know what I mean, from being dry or whatever. But yeah, that's awesome, Pete. Back to what I was talking about. Yeah, well, I don't know. You know what I mean? Some people do and some people don't, John, answering your question about, you know, talking about anything. I know you don't, but it is a public forum. You'd be surprised how many people do watch, actually. Eventually, it could be anybody, you know. Might be 30 or 40 today, and, you know, I don't take them down. They stay on my channel forever. So, you know, 5 years down the road, it could have 5,000. Red strains are great for pain. Best relief I ever had. Okay, yeah, I heard the red was like a strong one. Good, John. Fucking yeah. Man, I love my viewers. You guys are so much help to me. Doesn't she? I thought you might like her. As being a Marine and stuff, you like the survival stuff she knows. She's a badass, I'm telling you. Iron Fire Horse is just that. She is an Iron Fire Horse. I like her spunk. She's a good lady. I was raised by a, my father died when I was 8, so my mother raised me and my brother. He was 4 years older than me. From the time I was 8 up by herself. Right, me too, buddy. John, I was talking to. Yeah, and but I was just saying, I almost forgot too, because I stopped and, but yeah, I was raised by an independent woman. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like. I have respect for single moms. I mean, back then, even though I was born handicapped, you know what I mean, being a bleeder, hemophiliac, they wouldn't let me any branch of the service. They won't let me work. They literally took me out of my chair and stuff. There weren't no health care for her back then, you know. And she used to work 2 jobs to take care of me and my brother, and then have hospital bills on top of it. And I was always in the hospital. Grew up in the hospital. You know, I got nothing but mad respect for that woman. God bless her. Her name was Hilda Frost. Yeah, love my mother. I'm getting into survival big time. Yeah, well, you ought to. Yeah, you'd like Irene's channel too. Superman! Whoop whoop! Fucking right, buddy. How are you this morning? It was fun being on the panel with you the other day, bro. You've always been on your own, Irene? Yeah, I believe it. I can tell you're a smart, independent woman. I have nothing but mad respect for women that can take care of their own shit. not saying I dislike any other kind either. There's some women that, like to be taken care of and whatever by a man. That's all good. Whatever you're into, as long as everybody's happy, it's all good. But I do have respect for an independent woman that can do it on her own with nobody's help. I really do. Tell you what, I learned a lot from my mom. A lot. Still learning. I remember what she tells me now in certain situations. It pops up and I'll remember what she said. Yeah, you'll enjoy it. She's good about like ferro rods and fires and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Survival techniques, how to start a fire in wet wood or whatever. She's good with wood. She was, Irene. She was. You would have loved Irene. That could be. You two remind me a lot of each other. She knew how to start a fire, of course, but she was into camping. What I was getting at. You had a lot of similar interests and stuff. The same ethics. Same good old wholesome old school ethics that everybody should have. Well, just good ethics, period. Whether they're old school or not, don't matter. You know what? My mother didn't like women either. It's ironic you said that. She told me never to trust them. I'll give you an idea how sneaky she taught me one time how sneaky women were. Like us guys, you know what I mean? If you're seeing a pretty girl or, you know what I'm saying, whatever you want, us guys, whip our head right around. We can't help. We look at it, She says, women will just look with their eyes. They don't even turn their head, so you don't even notice them checking somebody out. That just a lesson on how sneaky and conniving they are, naturally. Not even being taught. They'll just naturally look with their eyes and not move their head. Where guys, we're just like dumbfounded and go, whoa, But yeah, because we're so open. Yeah, she taught me that, and I never forgot that little life lesson, and it's true, too. Yes, exactly. Troublemakers mostly, but not always. I mean, it goes, I don't necessarily... I've learned to find out that it's not necessarily a sex thing as far as like male or female. It's just people in general. Because I've grown to, well, not grown, but, as growing up, I've learned there is just as many shitbag males out there, too. So I think it's in your upbringing, or whatever attitude you got from your upbringing, or whatever. I don't know. It's all in your attitude and personality, I'm sure. And your heart, if you got a heart, If you don't have empathy for others, you ain't... You have to take some tests? Well, I hope they all say fucking, you're all set and you can go home. And we can go on fucking vacation. How about that, Pete? Good luck, buddy. I fucking love you, bro. You're a fucking Marine veteran right there. Fucking war injured. Been in Iraq and Afghanistan. We got mad respect for that, don't we, Minuteman? Love our service members. Poor Peter's been in the hospital for over a year and a half now, and he's doing more tests today, and you don't hear him whine, not one fucking bit, ever. I love that dude. We could all take a lesson from Pete's attitude. It is upbringing, you're right, John, I agree. Yeah. Yeah, I sent him over to check out Takedown Man 2 stream at night, too, because he's, like, up and bored. Peter is, a lot of times at night, and if I ain't on, or you guys ain't on, then, I try to... Takedown Man, on Takedown Man 2, he streams from midnight right clear till, like, 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. Hats off to military is right, buddy. We know that, don't we, John? But, yeah, fucking... So I figured, if he's up in the middle of the night, I know what it's like being in a hospital. Give him something to do. He likes to interact with the chats and stuff. Okay. Bye for now. Well, thank you for coming in, Dan. Always good seeing you, buddy. If I had a panel, I'd have thrown you the link, bro. I just got to get my laptop working. I'm on a phone right now, buddy. Yeah, me too. Me too. I have too, Irene. I've probably seen more of it with a woman, but I have seen it with guys too, especially this generation of drug seeking makes people really fucking cringy. They'll do anything. That could have a lot to do with it too. Well, it does. I'm sure. Whole Purdue pharmacies have fucking literally kicked the whole fucking United States and most of the world's ass with that fucking oxy shit. And like I said, used in its right format, you know what I'm saying? It's a good drug. It's to save people. It's gotten them out of the bed. You know what I mean? The people that have been, bedridden for years. It's got them out and about and back to work and stuff. And that's all great. But the problem with that was, with oxycodone specifically, is it's designed for an end-of-life drug or end-of-life drug for painkilling or, or extreme pain, problems. And there ain't much money in pharmaceutical for an end-of-life drug because it don't need to be prescribed as much. So they turned around and made it an everyday drug and greased the doctor's hands to give it to us and replaced it, get rid of other things, replace it with oxys. Yeah. Next thing you know, we got a fucking epidemic of fucking opiate addiction in the whole fucking country. There's nothing wrong with that, Irene, if you need them. I know you'd take them as correct, as directed, you know what I'm saying? If you took an extra one, it would be because you absolutely needed it, Nothing wrong with a little euphoria every now and again either, trust me, that ain't what I'm saying, but, you can get out of hand. Not only that, having them on hand, you know what I'm saying, and people knowing about it. At least here in the States, people are fucking breaking into each other's houses and doing home invasion robberies for the shit. That's John. That's right, John. Drugs are good. People are the problem. Right. Anything used in its right manner and fashion for what it's prescribed for is a good thing. But that's the problem. Even it gets misused and misrepresented on both sides, by the patients and the doctors and pharmaceuticals. So, yeah. Now, you're going to hear my AC come in, so I'll try to speak a little louder. Well, there. Well, if that'll get you back up and about so you can get back out there with nature and enjoy your waterfalls and your brooks and go maybe kayaking or whatever you like to do, fishing and stuff, Irene, and holy shit, yeah. Especially if you've got a doctor that's willing to give them back to you. You quit them because you was being robbed. That was my fear right there. That's why I don't get my methadone take-homes, because, and methadone is actually a drug called dolafine, which is pretty much in the same family as Dilaudid. Well, it's definitely in the same family, but it's pretty close chemically, structure-wise. It's a lot like morphine. Dilaudid, a lot of people don't know. That's an old one. That was out way before oxycodone, and oxycodone came out in the 40s. Red mean GDA kratom twice a month. I've heard of a, you mean Panda? I've heard of Red Panda. I think that's a brand. Yeah. See, it's not for everybody, you know what I'm saying? The kratom either, John. I've heard some people that have tried it and don't like it, or don't agree with them or whatever, just like any other drug. Or medicine, however you want to say it, I say weed's a drug, but it's also a natural derivative from a natural, it's not a synthetic. That's the difference. Well, have you still got the same pain specialist? Because that's going to look good for you, Irene. He's going to know you weren't seeking and aren't seeking, and when you ask from this time, he's going to know it's for a legit reason. Even if you just had some there to take as needed, if needed, that's the best way, Because once you get on a regular, dose level of everything, yeah, it helps all the time, but then you got to be tapered down. I'm probably preaching to the choir, but dolafine. A lot of people don't know methadone is a name brand. The drug of methadone is actually dolophin. D-O-L-O-P-H-I-N-E. Dolophin. Maybe not, John. Yeah. Yeah, maybe if they tried another strain, it would have agreed with them. Who knows? That's why I want to make sure I do it right. Well, good morning, Rusty Faith. How are you, buddy? Hey, you guys got any ideas for a video for me? I've been having like a little artistic slump or whatever. Creative slump. I haven't put up any regular videos, and I used to do like one a day, you know? Plus live streams. They were surprised you were clean? And in good health? Well, because of so much pain and the way your back is and stuff. I get what you mean, yeah? I was going to say, because you don't look like the using type, you know? You're right, John. Right. Well, me and you spent a lot of time talking in line and stuff. We've seen the worst of it and we've seen the best of it. You know what I mean? There is literally, like, I've been told I'm a good poster child for, like, the benefits of methadone clinics. You know what I'm saying? Because I've literally been sober since, for the most part, since '98. Everybody has a slip up, you know, but, yeah. And it's helped me, you know what I mean? There is good things about it. My Frisbee golf game ain't bad. As a matter of fact, I played last Thursday. The group I was in, we did, what was it? There was, trying to remember how many teams there were. There was roughly about 50 teams, and we came in 7th. You're not a morning person? That's no problem. I'm kind of like that too sometimes, Rusty. My insomnia, I can't sleep at times. I've come on your live streams like when you were coming on early in the morning. Or you've been up like, it'd be like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning there, and you were outside talking to your friends. It was good to see you too. I enjoyed it. I remember one morning it was me, you, everybody's friend Amber Rivers, and a few others. I think D-Lo, a couple others. We were all chatting. It was a good time. I enjoy your channel, Rusty. You're another person that I get. I like your attitude. You have a lot of medical troubles yourself, and you always seem to carry a good positive attitude. And that's rare in these days, you know what I'm saying? People ain't coming on, I see people with less problems than me or you, and they're on whining every day, you know what I mean? Thank you, John. I honestly try to be an awesome example how the program should work. Yeah, Irene, I know. Weed is good for sleeping. I'm so glad that it's finally getting recognized for its medicinal benefits, you know? I mean, not just these, but I mean, look at what CBDs can do for children with seizures or anybody with seizures or joint pain, you know? It's unbelievable. We've been trying to tell them, ain't we, Irene? Right, John? They'd only listen in the beginning. Cheers to that, guys. You people awesome. How you doing over there, Minute Man? You still coughing up along, buddy? Hope you got one left. We only got 2. John, you want to have fun at night? Go over to what they call it on the Minuteman Homestead channel on YouTube. Go to Pirate Radio. It comes on at 9 o'clock at our time. You can you put up a link, request any song you want. It's a good time. It's just what it is, too. It's Pirate Radio. It's an awesome time. Oh, you just subbed Rusty Iron Fire Horse? You didn't know him? I know you guys knew each other. That's awesome. I love seeing things worked out. That's freaking great. You're both good people. Rock and roll music, that's right. You know Minute, don't you, Rusty? Fridays and Saturdays, yeah? Oh, just then? Oh, okay. Have you done some sporadic ones during the week, Minuteman? Like, seems like I remember there was one often, like, different than a Friday or a Saturday that I came on. I thought it was during the week, but it might not have been. Yeah, you'll enjoy it. I go in there and raise hell every now and then. Let me know when you're coming on, John. We'll go over there together and request a few songs, smoke one, you know. It's all fun. I try to support other channels that support me. Not just that, I enjoy his channel, I do. Yeah, I wonder if I came on one of the weekends, Minuteman, that, you know, one of the times when it weren't on a weekend. I don't know. Don't matter. Either way, I had fun. If you ring that little ding-dong bell for notifications, just little icon looks like a bell. Hit that. You'll know when he's coming on when you sub up, John. People requesting if you have a few beers, it's hard to say no. I can relate, or if you're drinking, you said, but yeah, I relate. Boy, that's another thing that honestly, that methadone's helped me out with a lot. I was not a bad alcoholic. I was friendly, but I was a good alcoholic, and I haven't drank since '98. You're good at song names? Alright. Alright. What was the first song they came up with Rage Against the Machine to the public? Remember when they introduced Rage Against the Machine to the public? Over Facebook and all that stuff? Remember what song they was their introductory song when they went public, Rusty? I just know you're a Rage Against the Machine fan. That's kind of an odd question. And he nails it. Killing in the name of. That's right. Yep. Yeah, because that's what they were talking about. Fighting back against this friggin' society and the system. Corporate America and all that shit. Yeah. Hell yeah, Rusty. It's awesome you knew that, buddy. You know what? It is hard keeping up with videos. I'm sure Rusty can relate to that. Even a few of my viewers that don't have a channel themselves. You sub a bunch of channels, you know what I'm saying? And trying to watch all of them is just impossible. You can't. All you can try to do is like catch up and, you know, stop in as frequently as you can when you remember. I gotta literally take notes. You're welcome, buddy. You are good at that. You know, I ought to do some with music trivia sometime. But you guys got any weed like subjects or anything like that you'd like me to do a video on? Like I said, I've been in like a little creative slump. That's when my live streams have kicked up and my videos, regular videos, of like I haven't done one for like 3 days. It's unlike me. Just couldn't think of a subject, you know. It don't have to be weed either. Anything you guys would like me to do a video on. I got some reviews coming up as soon as I get my mail coming in. Few products. People want me. There's an acrylic bong maker that wants me to check out this stuff. So I'm anxious to do that. Have you done any lines with Rusty with Jidlid's channel for Emperors of the Waste? You gotta go, bro? Alright. Heck yeah. I'll probably see you tomorrow. I get there right around 6. That's usually we run into each other. But yeah, fucking love you, buddy. Yeah, please do. Really would, especially you, Irene. If you've been one of my longest viewers, you got something you want to see me video, I will do it, darling. I sure will. More than happy to. All right. Our friend from Kingdom Ministries is back. Hi, Matt. Now, attack dog for the Lord. I love that. You're a blessing just showing up, buddy. I mean that. You are. I know. See, we love you here, Matt. You bring a good aura, buddy. A real good aura. My grandmother, on my mother's side, Leola McGuire was her name, was a very, very in tune with God person. She was a Pentecostal Christian woman, and she'd been in other churches before that, but she had a very close relationship with God. I could shake her hand and literally feel the presence of the Lord on her, and that's kind of the same feeling I've got, and I haven't got since she passed away, and I kind of get the same vibe from you, Matt. So that's a good thing. I love how you'll come on a weed channel, you know what I'm saying? Ain't a lot of other evangelists or anything like that. Thank you, Rusty. You'll enjoy his channel too. You don't have any other religions or evangelists or whatever coming, you know. They're always afraid that they're going to be criticized by whoever their viewers or their you know, their people in their church or whatever, and they don't get it. My grandmother always told me that too. She says, God, if Jesus came back, he wouldn't be preaching, you know what I mean, at the church. He'd be preaching at the bar or at the, you know, at the brothel where it's needed. Yeah, we were just talking about keeping up with videos. I know. Only love back to you, buddy. Only love back. Listen, I'm going to throw the reins over to Irene for a second while I go and reheat a coffee. You don't only a minister, you use the plant? Awesome. Wow, I definitely, you know, I have yet to be over to your channel to check it out too. And I am going to make a note to do that myself, Matt. I'm just over here making a coffee. As usual, I'm on the screen and she's in the chat. I get a more stable internet connection. Right now I'm running through my phone for everything, you know. It works good when I get a good phone signal, but I can't like live stream a Google Hangouts with it. It gets just too much for it. Yes, Rusty's. I tell you what, Rusty's a miracle in and of himself, man. He like me. He's got medical problems up his yin yang, and you never hear Rusty being negative. I never do anyway, and sometimes pissed. Very rarely. He's always nice. I see a good example of how I like to think of Rusty is one time he was doing a video when he was at his doctor's office getting bad news, and it would have ruined anybody else's day. They would have been bitching and moaning about it for weeks. And he's telling his viewers about it, and a little kid came in and interrupted him, and, you know, making noise or whatever, and instead of him getting mad, his instant reaction was to smile. He was legitimately happy to see that baby happy and having fun. Instead of it being pissed off that it bugged him or interrupted his video or whatever, nope. He just got a great big grin on his face. I just thought that was the most friggin' awesome thing. Yeah, Rusty's the shit, ain't he, man? Fucking real good people. That's a good example of Rusty's heart right there. I mean, he's only human like the rest of us, but I like Rusty, I do. That's right. That's right. The plant does help. God gives us a lot of plants. I believe that too. Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, I didn't want to just, that's why I said medical problems, Rusty, because it ain't my business to say, you know. But development, autistic, oh, development, yeah, I got you. All right. I tell you what, though, I get a few autistic friends, and they're brilliant. Literally brilliant. I'll give you one example because he says it all the time. Talk about a successful channel, almost 200,000 viewers, and over 1,700 on the other. Takedown Man. He's autistic. Fucking man's a genius. That's right, Minute Man. And I get ADHD if you can't tell, and OCDs. Yeah, you knew that? Yeah. So, I mean, you're in good company, Rusty. Rusty, you ever go into your doctor's office when you see in your psychiatrist or whatever and see that poster on there that says, you know, people that had in history that had mental health issues and all the people that are on it? I mean, there's like Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, I mean, Einstein, fucking... You do? No shit. Yeah. See, that's like my best friend, fucking Ninja 636 Ninja Demon there. Talk about a good-hearted guy. He don't like to talk about it either, but yeah, that's why he's very witty and smart, if you couldn't tell. I'm sure you could tell, but I'm just over here preparing my coffee. I had to heat it up in the microwave. Appreciate you guys' patience. But yeah, no, I tell you, I in a lot of ways, I don't literally see autism as a handicap. I see it in a lot of different senses. It's like a superpower. Because like even that movie Rain Man there with Dustin Hoffman was based on a true story. That man, you know, you could drop 1,200 matches and he could count them with looking at them, you know? I couldn't count them if I had them in my hand. I could, but you know what I meant. Oh, my coffee almost flipped over. That wouldn't have been good. Ritalin, yeah, you know, that's another one. It's a methamphetamine, but some people it is good for, I mean, you know. But I agree as far as, like, if you can do it without it, you're better off, because that's exactly what it is. It's a pharmaceutical methamphetamine, but it's the same thing with Adderall. Different little formula, but yeah, they can help. Well, some, not others, you know. It's a strong medication you want to respect. I agree with that. I know. Gotta stay strong. I tell you what, I don't want to hear of anybody messing with you or anybody with Tourette syndrome, Rusty. You got friends right over here, buddy. Sativas help. Yes, you're right. I always get them confused too, Matt, between the sativas and the indicas as to like which one has a mellowing aspect and which one is like, you know, if you want to smoke in the morning to stay up and, you know, get for energy. That's a good idea. My ADHD's right there. Oh, I don't know. I'm 52, so it could be the start of Alzheimer's, I guess. I lived life in the fast lane for over 30 years. We are one family. That's right, buddy. Very well said. Very true, too. I definitely got to make a point of getting over to your channel. I like your messages are very uplifting, Matt, and I need them because I do. I get negative at times, just like anybody. We all need to reel each other. You know, I got to reel myself back in and into couch. Yeah, it's funny. But I got to reel myself back in and get in a better mood. Sometimes, you know, I get mad. You know, we're all human. I need, you know. That's what I do. I watch channels like Irene's or Rusty's, you know what I'm saying? And I think I got troubles, I can watch them, and they're better than me or whatever, and I'm like, well, I feel better, you know? Sky Diabo. No kidding. That's wild, Minuteman. Hey, Minuteman, what's your first name? I forget. I almost want to say John, too, but I couldn't remember. Right, right. Do you do videos like with these positive messages on them, Matt? Obviously, you're here. I'm sure you do, but I mean, I'd honestly like to have a YouTube church. I really would. You'd be a good minister for it. I'd go. The church or YouTube? Huh? We could all sit there and smoke a bowl, no hating against nobody at home, and you know what? That'd be a good way to reach the people. Okay. Yes, I remember that now. Because I remember saying to myself, I can remember that. It's the same name as my brother. Yes. You prefer Seth. Okay. I got you. I can remember that now. Okay, Minuteman? I already forgot it. No, I know it's Seth. But yeah, you've been negative lately and pain at your out. Money, yeah, I know. And then, if you guys could pray for Iron Fire Horse's daughter, she just had a terrible bike accident and lost teeth and everything from what I take, and falling off a bicycle and getting a head injury is never a joke. She was hospitalized for it, or, serious. It's a praise and fellowship. Perfect. I'm going to be over. You bet your bippy. And that's one thing, when I'm down, even if you did it on Sundays, you ain't got to wait for Sunday to go to church. You can just hit, watch last week's or whatever. Holy cow, yeah. If there were 5 other Daniels in your class, I bet it weren't going to work. No wonder you preferred Seth. You know what, though? You might want to go with that. Right, binge watch, exactly. Might want to go with that. Awesome. Worship, song, and fellowship. Nice. But, you might want to go with that name, Dan, you know what I'm saying? Because if you missed out your homework, you could have just said, well, I thought they was talking to the other Dan. I didn't know they were talking to me, Hindsight being 20/20 and all, We always figure out that stuff afterwards, don't we? Right, Seth? Yeah, you know what I meant, right. Did you do your homework? Oh, you were talking to me? I wonder if they tricked you and made you go by Seth just so they could keep an eye on your ass. It sounds like IRS, an eye on your ass. Hey, Dan, we're on to something there. I mean, Seth. IRS, eye on your ass. That ought to be a bumper sticker. Eye on your ass. You got expelled for drawing the blueprint to an atom bomb in the 1st grade. Yeah, I just said, wow. That's epic. I'm glad you didn't attempt to build it or anything, but nothing wrong with the knowledge. Well, used right. You're an American, so you know what I mean. Thank you, buddy. Irene is a granny name? Well, yeah, it's an older name. What's wrong with them? I like them. It's a pretty name. My mother hated hers. Oh, my God. Hilda. She hated her name. Hated it. Thank you. I thought that's what you were saying, Matt. Yeah. I want to write that down because I might be eye on your ass. Yeah. Yep. Eye on your ass. IRS. Eye on your ass. that's very fitting of you, because you're a very peaceful type person that likes to, you know what I mean? I know you like to calm the storm and keep it fun and light, and, you know, stop arguments if and when you can with your humor. I noticed that about you, and that's great. So yeah, peace is very fitting for you. Every time you see Irene, you think of Black Hawk Down. I don't get the connection, but okay, man. All right, Saf, I don't know. Oh, buddy, like, every time you come in, buddy, we are blessed, and I do feel much love, so that ain't no lie. I love how we can be ourselves, even though you got a minister in the house you don't condemn. Hey, we love goofs. We're all goofs, you know? Nobody's perfect, you know that. You're awesome, Matt. Oh, okay. That scene where they start the battle of the call sign was Irene. All right, I got you. I can see why you'd be late to it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're the most hip. Oh, my God. My uncle's a Pentecostal preacher, too. I think he's... Yeah. It might be Assemblies of God. He was tied in with the Assemblies. Reverend Don McGuire. He wouldn't mind me saying his name. He'd appreciate it. And I'll tell you what, he's about the only other preacher that I really, have a lot of respect for or trust. He's the type like... he'll pass out an offering, but he'll if you can afford to give, and if you can't and you need some, take a couple out. And that's honestly what he does. And he spends it in the church for the church things, he's legit. It is, Seth. That is kind of funny. But, yeah. That's what I was talking about. I had a lot of trouble with churches, I was kicked out of public school and put into to a church, a private school in a church. It was called the Bible Speaks, run by Reverend Carl Stevens. And he got exposed on the show 60 Minutes for doing pretty much the same type stuff as he was getting people to sign over their deeds to their house and promising them this and that and to move onto this campus he bought in Lenox, Massachusetts. He bought a whole university campus, and people were selling their house and moving their families and going there expecting to get a condominium or something that he promised them, and they're getting there and all of a sudden they got cots in a gym, and it's too late because they already gave up the deed to their friggin' house. So it's grimy shit like that. Thank you. That's right. I'm glad it helps you. If helping others makes you live a life, that's freaking awesome, Matt. You kidding me? You were talking to me. I was just looking in the chat when you said that, Irene. That was Pastor Carl Stevens of a church called Bible Speaks in Scarborough, Maine. I think it started in Scarborough. No, it might have started in Maine. I think it started in South Berwick. But yeah, he had oh my God, he had churches with 2,500 members in it, and from here all the way down the whole south coast of the United States, Maine, Massachusetts. I know for a fact he had one in Baltimore, Maryland. He had one in the Carolinas. He had another one in Florida. I think he had one in Texas. Yeah. Morning, Len. But he and my grandmother also, and she was a big woman, true woman of God, She gave money and bought a timeshare through PTL, and got ripped off too. So yeah. Amen. I'm servant, and I'm joyful in my service to the bride of Christ. The bride of Christ. Would that be considered Mary? No, the bride of Christ. Yeah, well, Mary Magdalene. See, I've heard of him having a bride, and I don't condemn that for it. I don't see why there would be a problem with that. but Jesus was a man put here by God, the Son of God, but from my teachings anyway, my beliefs. You don't ask for a dime? No. No, my uncle doesn't either, but I mean, if you want to give a dime to the church, you can. And if you don't, you need a dime, you could take out a couple, you know? He's all legit. Like you is what I'm saying. Right, right. Exactly, Matt. Know the church, yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's too. The members are all good and stuff for the most part. It's just, I don't know. It's not just, Christians either. Look at what the poor Catholics have gone through with having a few, ordained be evil. I gotta go back and read that. Really? For the camper, too. Awesome, buddy. Tell you, RVs are a big thing, I'm just leasing this one, but I can buy it. I might, too. They're asking $9,000 for it, and I can probably get it for like $5,500 to $6,500. You serve the people. It's a personal relationship. Hell yeah, I can tell, Matt. I like the way you're reaching out right here, buddy. Just being friends, That's the way to do it. That's what people need. They don't need to be preached to. They need friendship and guidance or whatever. DC powered. Yeah. See, this has got this is actually DC powered too. I can run it, you know what I mean, on either or. It's got the fuse box over there, and in the fuse box, it's got regular car fuses in it, Seth. It is hot out here in the summer. But it's got like I don't know if it's got an air conditioner. You know what I mean? Like I set the thermostat. I'll show you. I set the thermostat, and it comes in. If it needs heat to get warm, it gets heat. If it needs to get at like 70, and it just see what I'm saying? Temperature control or whatever. You know what I mean? Climate control. That's what they call it. Automatic climate control. See, there's heat, cool, fan, on and off, auto, on and off. See, I just set see if I turn this down, see the AC kicks in. Turn the temperature up, that would kick in. If I turn it up higher, the heater the furnace would kick on. So it's got a good setup, but how efficient it is, now that's a different question. Excuse me. All right. No, it works. Yeah. This thing has needed cooling, only needs power for a fan. Wow. It may be. It's got to be. Because I tell you what, this is expensive. And he's putting one up on it today, actually, he said, Irene. He's hoping to. I just heard that kick in. I got to make sure something else is off over here. All right. Because, right now, I just got this one plugged in it's got an extension cord plugged into the camper. You know what I'm saying? And they should be hardwired right into the fuse box of the house. Awesome. 12x8 efficiency with window unit, yeah. Hell yeah, buddy. And the birds staying out of your garden, bro? Weren't they crows too? I got a crow killing cat. He loves it. Literally, my cat dragged in a crow. Now, I don't know if he caught it alive and killed it or he just dragged home a dead one. But there was one out here. Remember I told you folks, I don't know if you remember, yourself, Seth, but we had a crow kept swooping down and literally swooping down on him and literally taking fur out of him. He body slammed it one time, and a few days later, you should have seen that crow, knocked the wind right out of it too. But the crow got away that day, but a few days later, he brought in a dead one. You do got corn, awesome. A second interview. No, I didn't catch what you said first, Lynn. I'm sorry. Or maybe you didn't say anything. The second interview where, Lynn? Excuse me for forgetting. You got a job here? This chat rolls like this. You know what I'm saying? Up, straight up and down. And I'm on a little phone. It's easy to miss, Lynn. I apologize. That's awesome. Okay, well, you guys caught it. That's good. Definitely praying for a positive outcome for whatever it is. Lynn's awesome. That's right. She does have it. If it's something she wants, she'll go get it, too. There's another strong, independent woman right there. In a lot of ways, depending on what we're talking about, I think women have an advantage over men in the workplace. Depending on the job, of course. Even with physical labor in a lot of sense. They have more stamina than men. You had to reboot the chat? Yeah, okay. I was going to say, I hope it weren't me, because my phone overheats then, Lynn, and yeah. Sometimes it'll screw up and freeze up. Me too. That's what I want to. I wouldn't even mind being like a greeter at Walmart for part-time work, you know. But the thing is, they'll take my whole check, and then if I get injured, I can't work, and then I ain't got my check either. So they got my hands tied. Unless I'm under the table. They tell me they'll let me work, but then I know what they do. You work for 6 months, and then they say, oh, well, you can work for 6 months, you can work forever. Which is true, usually, but then I end up getting injured, losing my job, and don't have my check no more either, and it takes another 3 years to get back on it. And you're 3 years without employment or income. Your son's name is Seth? Yeah, that's Minuteman's name too, Lynn. I believe that you did, Irene. I can see you're just the type that would push yourself too hard. And please be careful if you do get your pain meds back. They're obviously needed, you know what I mean? But they mask pain. So when you do feel better, don't do more. Stay at the same activity level you're at if you ain't hurting yourself, you know? And just be, happy to be comfortable and able to do things even slowly or whatever, or light work. Just weed the garden. Don't till the soil. Yeah, Lynn's in the house. Rusty, you're still up in here, buddy? Awesome. Rusty's another one of mine. I was saying earlier, he's one of my... Hey, good morning, Mike. Canadian Mayhem's up in here now. Yeah, Rusty's another person of mine that's very positive that I look to. Very good positive influence. All right. Canadian Mayhem's up in here. Peter just left a little while ago, Mike. He's going to have some tests, so still in the hospital, obviously. So prayers for Peter. Oh, I got you. Hey, I see you, Mike. I see you. I'm talking to you. You can't hear me? But yeah, I was just telling you Peter left, Mike. Could be the lag that I'm seeing, Red Hot Chili Peppers the same as Faith No More? No, Rusty. Okay, well, good luck. I'll be watching for the video. Have a good day, Seth. Minuteman Homestead. Canadian Mayhem, I could see you, buddy. Oh, there you are. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a lag. You probably, yeah. All right, good. I didn't want you to think, of all people, to have you think I was ignoring you, because I'd never do that. Like my YouTube brother, for fuck's sake. Why the fuck wouldn't ya? Huh? Right, yeah. I tell you what, he was ever so helpful with Remember the missing case? The family that had the missing daughter that I was helping them out with? There was a guy putting up weird YouTube channels. I told you about it? Well, he's putting up coded messages and shit. And I asked Peter to check it out. And he had it figured out in no time. So I told the authorities he had had it decoded and stuff with his permission. He said they could call him. So if the authorities need to call, then they can. They'll know what it's all about. There is some information on them videos that will help their case too, or whatever. I would think the kid that's making these videos has to know something about these missing people because he's saying too much. It's a long story for people that don't understand, but if you go back and look at my videos, you'll see that I was helping with a missing person case in Maine, and there's a guy making videos on YouTube saying that he knows about that case and other cases in Maine of murders and missing people, babies even. You don't feel good, Mike? Oh, you think he looks like Anthony Kiedis? The singer of Faith No More? They haven't put out nothing in years, buddy, have they? Faith No More. But, yeah, I can see that likeness. What do you think, Mike? Mike's a big music historian, right there. I'm pointing down because you're right on top of him in my chat. Yeah. You want to talk music and music history? I think he was going to do, every now and then he does do a music special, but he was going to, do one day dedicated to music. But he's always willing to answer questions. You want music history? Mike's your man. No, he says. You are. I just put you out there. Yeah. No Man's Land, 83, welcome. Trying to read these chats now. Now he's old and has short gray hair, Rusty. See, I told you Mike would know. I'm telling you, he's a music historian, especially when it comes to rock and roll. I'm an older dude, and I know a lot about music. A lot. Especially rock, because that's my shit. And, I'm telling you, I'm impressed. I could be on I've won trivia games many a times. Not professionally, but playing with others. I know. Welcome, No Man. It's awesome to see you. Cheers. I just happen to have one sitting in my hand. Imagine that. Why would I? Is it often you catch me with a bowl in my hand? Yeah. Right. You probably do. It could be my end too, as far as the lag goes, Irene. Wow, I've been on an hour and 7 minutes. Holy shit! Time flies. Time's flying like a basketball. Is why I did that. This has been a good stream. I've enjoyed it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear your shoulder hurts, Lynn. You know what I'd suggest would be a good CBD cream, because I bleed into my joints from having hemophilia in my shoulders and stuff, and that helps me a lot. It does. Mike says, I think they all had a similar look in the 90s, but remember that Video Epic is from the early 90s. Okay, see? Yeah, sub up to Canadian Mayhem if you haven't No Man's Land. You probably already have, but anybody that hasn't, these are all friends on here, all with good channels, all other creators. I think even John's going to put up a movie. No, John had to leave. He's the only one, my friend Sheetsy, that hasn't, he's a viewer, God bless him, and a good supporter, a good guy, but he ain't making videos. The singer of Chili Peppers still has all his hair. Made them all look like old and gray. Well, they probably are old and gray, Mike. They haven't made any videos, have they? Or any music. Never mind videos. They haven't put out an album for at least a decade, have they? Or I'm behind in the times and miss a lot of shit, so it's possible they have, but yeah, Rusty is a big fan of yours, Lynn, that's for sure. Same with you. If you ain't got swelling going on, Lynn, you probably know it. But if you haven't got swelling, then you want ice. If you can, that'll help. And if there's no swelling, then you can put a heat pad on it, and that'll help. And if you got any bud, that would definitely help. They haven't? Okay. They were touring last year. Wow. Wonder if they must have got broke, huh, Mike? I'd still go see them, though. I appreciate you stopping in, Lynn. Always good to see you, too. Yeah, buddy Matt's up in here, Mike. Please, any of my viewers, I really encourage you to watch anything that Canadian Mayhem puts out. Not just because he's my friend, but I know how much time, effort, and money he puts into his videos to get minimal response that it should have. Yeah. We got to work on the analytics or something. Make you go viral once, and then you'd be good. You'd be good to go. Speaking of which, my video, the anime video, that I got of mine, Ghost Lesbian, just hit 17K in views this morning. 17K with over 420 likes. I am so impressed. Granny wants to put that on my channel when I first got going. Because it wraps out Create Not Hate at the end too, which is always a plus. That's what us monsters and, people from Create Not Hate do for each other. Big time support. And I noticed that with my 420 fam too. And Dad Pack and Jackie 420 and all them guys. Fucking all nothing but love and support. Good people. Nine Firehorse knows there's some really good people in the 420 community. Just solid, everyday working folk like the rest of us. You got me beat? I hope you do, Mike. You got one with over 17K? Not 1,700, 17,000. I hope you do. I really do. It ain't competition with me or you, buddy. Let me clue you. What you want it to be, whatever keeps us fucking rolling, right? My mind, you're a much better creator than me. Much better. I'd love to work with you, just to learn. I know. Oh, you're kidding? I know you're always kidding, but I didn't know if you don't? Fuck. I was hoping you did, honestly. 800 views. That's freaking awesome. No, that's better than any of my personal videos. Like I said, the Ghost Lesbian video I had donated to my channel by Granny Monster when I first got up. Because we're both members of Create Not Hate. Well, everybody's a member of Create Not Hate, but if you want to be. But we're both, represent, down with helping the cause. It's a hashtag Create Not Hate, by the way. You get a video with over 2,000 views of your own? Whoa! See, that's incredible. I think the most I got was my special I did on Ativan when Chris Cornell passed away. And that has a little over 300, or close to 300, right around the high 2s, low 3s. I know you put everything into them, and that's the problem with everybody, is getting them out there. Do you share them on, are you big into Twitter? Because Twitter's a big spot to get seen, Mike. Like every time I upload, but I share anything, I share it to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of it. Actually, I get more hits from people off Facebook, from people that aren't even subscribed to my channel, than any place else. 75% of everything I get comes off from Facebook from unsubscribed viewers. I don't know if that helps. I truly pray it does. Oh, 2,000 total on all your videos. Okay. Well, that's nothing to shake your stick at. figure out. Now, there you do got me beat. I don't know. Take a look at mine if you can, Mike. I think you do on total views. Because it's like, obviously 17 from Granny's video that she gave me. And the rest of mine. But, yeah. I know I'm well over. I know I'm over 20, but I don't know if I'm into 30 yet. But I kind of like it. It keeps us striving, too. But yeah, I've been trying, that's been racking my brain, Mike. It's like, how the fuck to get your scene more, you know? Key to my success, or what success I've had, has been grinding in other channels, YouTube creators, and making friends and getting support from other communities. That's what's been my best lot, but you do, okay. I was hoping you didn't, and we had that option to us. Jesus. Titles and descriptions, them tags, you know what I mean? The tags make a big difference. I'm sure you know about tags. You've taught me most of the shit I know on here. You do have over 100 views on most of them. Your average isn't good. It's not lately. I mean, your average is good. Yeah, right. But I mean, I want it in like, you know, 6 figures every view here. We got to make you some money, you know? I'd like to see what you could do with an income from this. I really would. Wow, on 10 videos? That's fucking astronomical. Honestly. Over 2,000 views on 10 videos is really good. Right, I know, yeah. Well, you'll find a lot of people just subscribe, you know what I mean, just to be nice and have no intention of viewing. They bump into you in the chat, you know what I mean? And some do. Some of my best viewers aren't subscribers. Like I said, 75% of my views come from people that aren't subscribed. I think that's the way I've heard a lot of people say that. Tags are very important. Ask Dark Matter. Yep. He's a good person to tell you about tags, and you know what stressed the meaning of tags to me the most, and he's very good at them, obviously been successful, is Takedown Man. Matter of fact, he permanently put some tags on my channel when he revamped my YouTube page for me. Wasn't that nice of him? And set it all up, because I didn't know shit about it, and I didn't have a computer at the time, and he did. I gave him my password, and he went through everything, straightened it all out, gave me nice backgrounds, put a trailer on it. Yeah. Then sent me your friggin' laptop. Such an asshole, huh? I love that fucking guy. Yeah. Oh, Mike. You're joking, right? What a tags? I hope you aren't joking, actually, because if you haven't been using tags, then I got a helpful hint for you. You've been on YouTube for a year now, Matt? Awesome, buddy. Mike said, oh, dick. Fucking Seth's out fucking with a fucking hot glue gun. Wow. Well, I'm glad you're here with me. Happy YouTube anniversary. First video a year ago today. Matt Yeshuva, Attack Dog Lord's Kingdom Ministries. So that's great. Right, the majority don't watch. Right, mine either. And if you go into you ever go into analytics, you can look and see who's watching, and it tells you the percentage of, you know, male, female, where they're coming from, and all that. Pretty inept, in debt. I mean, yeah. It told me like 74% of my viewers that watch my videos are literally non-subscribed. I know, ain't that great? Happy YouTube anniversary to Matt. But Mike, was you kidding about the tags? You never used them? I'm hoping honestly that you haven't, because that'll fucking kickstart your channel a lot. Because I was told if anybody, when they punch in anything in the search engine, if you go on YouTube and you want to see something paranormal, and you haven't got your tags underneath the paranormal section, or the paranormal tags, when people go to, punch that in the search, your videos aren't going to pop up. You haven't been on for a year, Mike? Come on, you must have been. Well, obviously you know. I know what happened on the Canadian Mayhem, but I mean, geez, when we first met, when you were doing the 420 stuff, I thought that was a year ago. Maybe not. Oh, right. Tags or, they do call them something else too. But there's also two ones. Help me out here, Irene. There's tags and there's something else. You want to use both. You have channels that make mocking and scoffing videos? I don't mind somebody ball busting, you know what I mean? As long as I know it's all good. Nothing wrong with a spoof. Or do you say you hate them channels? End of September it'll be a year, Mike? Oh, you think they're cute? Okay, cool. Yeah. Can be. Done with taste when you ain't really... I know you wouldn't get into somebody seriously ridiculing somebody, but yeah. Of course they are. I'd get a kick out of somebody doing a spoof video about me. I got another channel that does a spoof video about me all the time, but they do it in hate, and it's very distasteful, and it's not knocking just me, it's knocking the whole 420 community. They even went so far as to not hate of all things. I mean, and the only thing they could knock them for was the fact that we hate pedophiles. I said, well, if that's the only thing they can knock us for is that create not hate, or the Monster family hates pedophiles, then yeah, we'll fucking own that. You do need to do your tags if if you're just doing it as a hobby and you ain't concerned with your view count, then you don't. But yeah, other than that, you do. You're right. Very, very important. From what the bigger channels have told me and people that know, such as Dark Matter and Granny Monster Channel and all them. Rusty's a good one. Rusty's very inept and knows a lot about YouTube. Got any questions on anything YouTube, Rusty's a very good person to know, and if he don't know the answer, he'll go find it and give it to you. He's like that. Very helpful guy. Very kind-hearted. Same with me, Matt. I'm 75%. Bug you, Mike. I knew that too, you son of a bitch. I was actually hoping that you hadn't, because if you hadn't, obviously, you know what a boost that would have given your channel then, Mike. I'm trying to think of something that you missed or something, you know what I mean? It's racking my fucking brain too, buddy. The only other thing I can say is insist on shares, or ask for shares more than anything else. I think they help more than anything else, besides the view. Thank you. It's his year anniversary on YouTube, and he's not a better place to be than celebrating with us. A true honor, Matt. I didn't either. I started it just for the hell of it. I don't even remember what my idea was for starting it. I think I got into it just to try it out a couple times. Oh no, I was going to do wanted to do a series on methadone clinics, and then I ended up doing it and changing over to 420 with legitimate concern for the, legalization and medicinal use, and honestly the racist or whatever, hatred towards people that use medicinally or recreational. 30 channels say you're of Satan. Right. Okay, well, good for them 30 channels, eh, Matt? Yeah. Wow. I bet they're probably religious channels too, ain't they? Either that or some trolls. No, let's not even answer that and give them any friggin', you know what I mean? I hate to give them any recognition. I know you aren't of Satan, but I mean, I wouldn't care if somebody was if they didn't come on here and bother anybody. I let anybody in. I'd just be open. It's a badge of honor. That's right. Yeah. It's a badge of honor as in what? Like them channels hating on you mean, Matt? I'm a little slow sometimes. I don't want to get you wrong here. The bowl got plugged, boys. Can't have that. This thing draws like a pencil. When it's drawing hard, I know it's plugged. I don't use the screen. That's right. Sunset, I remember you talking about that. I'm glad to hear you used your tags, Mike. I was obviously hoping that you didn't. The only thing I could think you're missing, Mike, is, like I said, maybe you could, ask for more shares. Shares help, I think, more than anything. More shares and more views, I'm thinking. With shares comes more subs. Obviously, that's the only reason subs are so valuable is because they get views and shares, So more shares, more everything. I think, they're definitely more important than a thumbs up or a thumbs down. But a thumbs up actually affects your notifications if you're a watcher. Like, you don't have to be subbed. I notice, like, if I like a video, even if I ain't subbed to that channel or rang the bell, that guy's channel will come up again and offer him to let me watch. You know what I'm saying? Just because I hit a thumbs up. So it does work like on a notification. Google plays tricks to get you to watch. Thank you for coming in. The devil hates your love. That's right, he does, buddy. That's right, so it would be a badge of courage. I just want to make sure I got you right on that. I'll tell Mike, yeah, Pirate Radio at 9 o'clock on Minuteman channel. Something's working against you? Well, demons maybe, buddy. You do paranormal. The devil's always trying to knock a good man down. I know that for a fact. You have a great day too, Mike. I fucking love you, bro. You're a fucking good guy. Good guy. Fights a good fight all the time. Does nothing but try to help people. Has people friend him just to hang out with him, you know what I mean? Because he's got something to smoke with him or something, you know what I mean? Just using him. Because he's a nice guy. There's always somebody willing to take advantage of your kindness. He experiences a lot of the same shit I have. Yeah, probably so. I believe it, Ian. The devil hates to see anybody succeed. Especially the good-hearted. Especially. I know it's your channel, buddy. I was trying to talk pretty fast there to Mike before I left, so I might have said something wrong. Mistakenly, of course. Oh, you might have misinterpreted me when I said he can come over to my channel and we'll go over to visit you together. I was thinking of that in case he hadn't written down your information or subbed up or whatever. I can tell him how to get there, bud. Wow. Look at that. I went on an hour and a half and I still got 5 of you great people up in my chat and stuff and I'm watching. This is freaking awesome. But yeah, you guys, any ideas on something you'd like to see for a video? Any review on something like, history? Like the other week I did a history on joints, You want the history of hash, anything, something like that. I don't know. History of hash would be a good one. That goes way back. I think hashish use is probably in history books longer than marijuana use. Even though it takes marijuana to get hashish, I think hashish is historically in the books longer. There's been hash dens in China, and the Asian population since like 1500s, something like that. Oh, to Matthew. I got to see what Matthew said. It's always something positive. The devil hates the love, and I'm the weed tube community. It stops pharmacy. That's right. That's right. He does hate the love in the weed tube and the weed tube community, or in it, both. I agree. It is a natural, God-given, good way to medicate. I mean, let's face the truth. I mean, as far as inhaling smoke goes, no, that can't be healthy for anybody. That's just reality. It just works effectively. But if that ever becomes a problem, there is other ways to obviously take, your medicine. And now that it's legal to grow, you can take more of it. So, because it takes more to eat to get the same effect, So, yeah. And there's oils and all kinds of other, so, yeah, we can. We can use some other options, even though it requires more. I got to get growing myself because, I've been purchasing all my weed, not just for myself. I've been buying extra to do my shows, You don't do weed tube without weed. But anyways, it's an expense. I've been buying more than I'd normally buy. I've been buying a quarter pound a month where I'd normally buy 2 ounces tops. My check ain't even $1,000 a month, Plus I got to pay rent and every other thing. So yeah, I need to grow for sure. Plus I want to move out of this cold state by this winter. Before this winter. Amber was actually telling me a few of the prices down there near her in Georgia. And I'm very intrigued by them. Very intrigued. I like the idea of Georgia. It's the same exact climate I'd like. It's, I love Florida, but I'm thinking, in the outskirts, if you ain't in the big cities, there's less population than Florida. A little more laid back, and you can get cheaper rents. There's no such thing as cheap rent in Florida. Well, there might still be in some places. It used to be everywhere. But, yeah, I want to check into Georgia, though. I do. What's good about having friends on YouTube too, you know what I mean? She had no problem checking out a few of the rents for me. And get a few phone numbers, call. Because once I get an apartment set up someplace, it'd be nothing to grab a bus ticket and just go. Nothing for me. I already got a quarter, with my 9-year-old son, I got visitation rights established with the court. Now I haven't, well, I got every other weekend. It would cut into that. I got every other weekend, and we share holidays. She takes us Christmas, and next year I get a Christmas, and I get Thanksgiving. Next year she gets Thanksgiving. We switch them. But, I'd have no problem bringing him down to Georgia. I couldn't afford to do it, every other weekend. But, obviously, well, if I can, I will. That's for sure. If this ever gets successful. Not if, when it gets successful. PMA, folks. Positive mental attitude. Gotta have that. But alright, I've been on for an hour and a half bugging you folks. God bless you. But, yeah, so, with that, I'm probably gonna sign out. My landlady's starting the truck up there. But, no, okay, she didn't need nothing. I was concerned she might need something. People I rent from are good friends. Oh, I see my count pick up. 6. Welcome. Well, welcome back. But, yeah, I've been on for a little over an hour and a half, so I'm thinking of checking off here. But, shit. You guys think of anything you do want to see or any, you know what I mean? Even if I come up with something different this time for a video, I'll do it the next time. Or eventually, for sure, Especially THC, help with children's seizures, people's seizures, anything, medically, recreationally. Don't even have to be weed either. It can be anything. I could do I could do that too. Another Smash Pass a Moped Woman. Alright, followers? Remember them? You'd like them, Mike. I mean, Matt. You've probably seen them Smash a Pass videos where everybody puts up category. You know, well, the category is whether, you know, you'd smash or pass. Obviously, whether you'd have sex with the person or you'll pass. Well, I made a different category, you know what I mean? People would put up, like, you know, big YouTubers would put up, like, other, you know, stars or whatever, and they'd have to vote whether they'd smash or pass. I made it Smash Pass or Moped Woman. Yeah. Because they're fun to ride, but you don't want your friends to catch you on them. So, yeah, I gave everybody a third option. Smash Pass or Moped Woman. Might do another one of them. See, all right, they are funny, too. They're fun. I'm laughing thinking about doing it. All right, there we go. I can do one. You got 3 people you want me to do them on? You like the mountain, too? Yeah? You got an app, Rusty? Said your error occurred. Oh, you know what? I was getting that earlier. If you're talking about your YouTube app, I was getting that too. I think there's something going on with the network. They're having glitches or something. But yeah, if you could think of 3 people, I'll do smash. Rusty did a smash. I challenged Rusty. He did an awesome Smash Pass a Moped Woman. One of the funniest I've ever seen. It was awesome. No shit, Matt. $580 for a box of the closet in the bathroom. Yeah, it sounds like regular prices, like in the bigger parts. Like you go to Portland, Maine, or Bangor, Maine, or any. Yeah, they're up there. Portland especially. You'll pay $1,200 in the hospital district. It'll probably be a good deal. Well, you go to Old Orchard or any of the vacation, Kennebunkport, anything like that. Right up there. I'm paying $400 a month to rent an RV, you know, and that's what I offered her. Figured it was worth $100 a week. Everything's included. I go in the house and I use the shower in there anytime because, you know, or if they take off, I put the hose on it. Got a hose hookup, hot water heater and everything. It's got everything in this, everything. But it's just easier to go in there and use their shower than it is to use this one. Especially when you drain it. We don't want to just run the sewerage right straight into the lawn. To drain the tanks, we'd have to tow it off and take it somewhere where it's good to drain. Getting the gray water, you know what I'm saying? But you wouldn't. I don't use the toilet in here either. It's got a full flush. I use, like I said, I use all the bathroom at the house, right across the driveway. I can fall out my door and hit the house before I hit the ground. But, all right, well, before I get sidetracked again. Whoa! I didn't see you. I'm glad I stayed on. Megan Cloud with mud flaps in here. Good morning, buddy. I'll smoke another one with you. Granny's in here too? Where is she? I didn't notice her. Oh, good morning, Granny. My 420 auntie's in here too. Ah. Oh, you know what? I was getting problems with the network this morning. Me and Rusty was just talking about that. Yeah, exactly. Now Minuteman, yeah. So I guess it's still going on. My chat seems to be freezing now that you mention it. But I did notice that my friend making cloud with mud flaps is in here. Good morning, buddy. Always good to see you, Dale. Talk about a good 420 channel. I can never, ever say how much I enjoy making cloud with mud flaps channel. I miss videos every now and then. But anytime I want to just chillax and smoke one and calm down, like if I'm having an especially stressful day or anxiety up, I'll go over and watch mud flaps, and it just has a calming effect on me. Take a dab or hit off the bowl, make a cloud with them, and I'm chill. I'm good to go. That's the God's honest truth. It was down this morning, I know it. See now, my chat I think is freezing, so if you guys are talking to me, I can't see it, and I apologize. The last one I got says I know MH from Granny Monster, which I assume she meant, no, MH is Minute Me and Homestead. I usually say M&M, so that threw me off. But cheers anyway. I was just getting ready to sign off, but I'm glad I didn't and caught you two on, obviously, Auntie and Mudflap. There we go, just moving again. Woo! Yeah, she is. Panama Beach. Your chat kept doing it to you? Okay. Oh, well, you know, that's one thing we are good at is support. I do that very well. I do support better than videos, Mudflap. I do love you, buddy. That's the truth. Your channel is very chill. I get a very relaxing, good aura from your channel. I love your reviews, too, and yet his knowledge of this stuff is, like, way above mine. Way above. And for a bigger channel such as your own, and, you know, an entertainer or, you know, entertainer in general, bigger one to come on my channel and hang out with me is very humbling, to say the least. I love it. I don't know, humbling wasn't the right word, but yeah, everybody's having the same trouble, Rusty. That might be your next video. YouTube not letting us put up there. I think it's a Google error. I don't know. I'll try not to be too harsh on them. They haven't shut my live stream down yet. So how are you today, Hunty? Beating the heat, I hope? Please stay hydrated and don't have seizures and stuff. That worries me. Uh-oh. That's what I was just saying. Yeah, uh-oh. Well, at least you're chuckling mildly. Blame it all on Google. YouTube worked fine before they put their fingers in it. Wait a minute. I thought Google always owned YouTube. Shows you what I know. They probably didn't, but... Oh, Google bought them out when they first invented it. There was like 3 inventors. I remember that. And Google did buy them out. That was actually the key to their success as far as that goes. They made the app and got rich off it. Yeah, they bought it, right. I remember they bought it from the 3 original people that I got to thinking about what you were saying. Yeah. I hope she's okay too, huh, Irene? That's right. Speaking of which, I was just talking about that earlier. Ghost lesbian video sitting at 17K this morning, Granny. Just so you know who I'm talking to, everybody. She donated that to my channel when it first came up as a Create Not Hate, you know, to help support Create Not Hate, and yeah. Yeah, it's a Monday, right? I was wondering where you guys went. Okay. Because I couldn't find it. It didn't even show it up. I purposefully, honest to God, went over to Takedown Man 2 and looked at it at the time he would have been running, and there was nothing on. That's why I came up. Because I wouldn't want to, you know, not that I could take many viewers from you anyway, but I've been over there raising out with you guys. That's right, Rusty, they do. Yeah, Google does mess up on YouTube, but, you know, none of us are perfect. They got a big job to do, but I don't agree with their tactics, a lot of things, you know. Their business-minded tactics, I should say. Big corporate America has never been my thing anyway. Not that I have a problem with corporate America succeeding, of course not, but their tactics, again, you know. But cheers, I was just going to sign off, but I see Mudflaps and Granny come in, so I wanted to say hi and definitely have a cloud with Mudflap. I love that, man. So tickled when the bigger people, more famous people come on. That's what I love about YouTube. Like, you get to know these people in public. Oh, stars, you know, whatever. Celebrities is the word I was looking for. I was drawing a blank. You get to know the YouTube celebrities on here. You know what I'm saying? That you can actually talk to them for the most part. I've had some of the biggest channels, you know, literally converse with me in one way or another. Sometimes like this, sometimes like even closer, you know what I mean? Like talking like a Skype type conversation, helping my channel and everything. Thank you, Mudflap. It's awesome to be able to puff one with you, buddy, even in cyber world, bro. If I ever get to Canada or you come to the States, let me know. I'll go out of my way to hook up with you, buddy. Especially if you'd love Maine. You'd love Maine. Hint, hint. You really would, though. If you like Canada weather and stuff, you'd love Maine. What's Irene saying? Did you get a chance to check out the description in my tag video? I got all the links, and I was proud of yourself. Yeah, I bet she is. Awesome. Oh, you ever heard of making clouds? Oh, well, I suggest you do sub up. Ready to hit fire. Welcome. You get high? Well, good for you, buddy. You're loading a bowl of fire. Well, enjoy. Canada SASK here. What? I don't know what SASK is. Canada? No, you're asking if somebody from there is. No. Not that I'm aware of. Trying to think who that could be. I don't even know who SASK is. Ready to hit fire. Well, thank you for stopping in. As always, Hunty, I love you. Really? You go to Bruins games, buddy? Oh my God, yes, we'll have to hook up. That would be a hell of a meet and greet. We could do oh my God, but I'd love to do a video with you, bud. No pressure. None at all. If you can, I'd be happy to smoke one with you, Mudflap. But, yeah, I really would love to do a video with you, obviously. Oh, Saskatchewan, okay. I've heard of that. I just don't know all the symbolisms. I've been in Maine my whole life, pretty much. Just vacationed other places. That's awesome. Now maybe I can get some hints from you. I know how to put in the links and the tags. I ain't too good. I think they're two different things too. Not links. Well, links and tags are obviously, but I mean down bottom. They call them something else besides tags when you're uploading a video. Right there when you get up to the YouTube page. When it finally. Oh shit. I forgot what that's called. It's underneath description. Yes, he sure is. He's in the Ontario area. Oh, Mudflaps is quite a big celebrity, actually. I bet you'll recognize his picture when you see him. Yeah, I'm like 3.5 hours from Boston, and the people I rent from literally go there 2 to 3 times a week because their husband works in Massachusetts for his brother and lives up here. Right, Ontario, that's what I was trying to say. Hey, Peter's back. You got good news? Well, I'm glad I stuck around just to hear this. My friend Peter's a veteran, been in the hospital for over a year and a half, had some tests done, now he's got some good news. Holy cow, Metallica in Toronto? I bet that fucking was, dude. Did you get any footage? That'll be dope as shit. Wow, is that close? Oh, you mentioned this before, because my friend Canadian Mayhem's right there in London. I remember asking you the same kind of question. Yeah, Mudflaps and his wife are awesome, awesome people. I know it. But you got good news, Peter. I'm waiting, buddy. You can post it anytime. Oh, you want me to wait another hour? I'll wait another hour. Not that I have been, but I'm glad to see you back. Oh, the nurse has already come and get you, Pete. Roll you right out of there before you even get up online for long. Nurse Ratchet or something? Poor fucking Peter. He keeps the best attitude too, Mudflaps. He's been in hospital for over a year and a half. The best positive attitude I've ever seen. Now I get an incoming call. That weren't good news, buddy. Country girl, I missed that. Well, welcome, country girl. You got a hole in your stomach and your appendix is messed up. And open. You're waiting for a surgery to open? Oh my, for a surgeon for surgery? Fucking A. Yes, I definitely, oh my God, you know, that'd be like bucket list stuff for me. Honest to God, Dale, it would. Plus, I'm 52. We're about, you know, I'm guessing around the same age and stuff. I worked at the Civic Center in Portland for like, that was my first job. I worked there for like over 12 years, or about 12 years. Got a lot of concert music stuff. I'd like, you know what I mean? We'd have a lot to talk about is what I'm getting at. Right. It weren't good news. It was just news, Peter. But news is good news, because, like, no news wouldn't be good, I guess. So if that's what you're doing is looking at the positive, it's like usual. That's a good way to do it. You're such a fucking champ. You really are. Been in Afghanistan, Iraq, combat wounded. Now I have to come home and be in the fucking hospital and you still got a great attitude. I'm fucking, my hat is literally off to you. He's in good hospital, I'm sure. He's in Georgia. That's a, you know, that state's up to date as far as that goes. So I'm hoping he's in good hands too. That's right. News is good, because if there weren't no news, it wouldn't be good, you know. So you're right. And that's one of the most positive outlooks I've ever fucking heard of, dude. That is so awesome. Yeah. Well, I meant to shut off in an hour, and it's an hour and 51 minutes. That's 51 minutes of overtime. That's always good, because when there's overtime, that means something fun's happening. Everybody's having a good time and talking or whatever, and I wouldn't shut it down when you guys are shooting the shit if you don't want to. I'd never do that. Yeah, I'm telling you, Mudflaps is that, he's good people. Haven't met him personally, but I know I got that aura. As somebody I have a lot in common with. Plus, he's a Rush fan. How can we go wrong? Yeah, buddy. That's right. Okay. Did you ever go to Dead shows in your youth? Mudflaps? I'm sure you had one or two probably, but I used to travel around with them every now and then. Not consistently, but like I'd go to New York from Maine or to Boston, Pennsylvania a couple times. Back in the 80s, I was in my 20s and I was into psychedelics and all kinds of shit. So, yeah, oh yeah. Good times. It was all innocent fun back then, too. A lot of shrooms and stuff, psychedelics, like I said. But, I mean, we were all in our 20s, and I didn't see any violence going on. It was all fun. Well, that's what I meant when I said my hat is literally off, Peter. I can't. That's what I meant. My hat is literally off. You're right, buddy. But no, I knew what I was saying when I said it. I can't. That's how yeah. I can't find my fucking hat either, Pete, now that you say that. I can't either. I don't know where I took it off last, but I can't find it. I can't. Oh well, new hat coming up. But, there we go. Well, listen, I am going to sign out. It's getting close to 2 hours, and That's a long one for my channel, I'll call you. I'd go 8 hours like other people if I was ready. But, of course, I want to thank everybody here. You know, Peter Lawler, Iron Firewalls, Making Cloud with Mud Flaps. Oh, I can go on. Rusty Faith, I remember, of course. Granny Monster Channel. Country Girl, thank you for coming in. Sorry I didn't notice you. You're welcome anytime. Let's see, who else have we had? Oh, I said Iron Firehorse, of course. Ready to hit the fire. Okay. Thanks for coming. Oh, Sheetsy was here. Sheetsy 420. Anybody else I missed? I'll try to say twice tomorrow, as I usually do. And never do. I did, buddy. Yeah, I did, bud. I used to fry my scat. Crazy fuck. Yeah. What are you, in your 40s, Peter? Now that I'm distracted again. I was just wondering if we were about the same age. I was thinking you've got to be a little younger. Seems how you was in Iraq and Afghanistan, but that don't necessarily mean nothing if you were a officer. Their careers, nothing for them to run a 30 to 40 year career, especially in the Marines. But, oh, you can tell me next time. Anyway, but that's right, it will be a blast. You guys, man, enjoy each other. Pete, if you haven't subbed up to Peter Making Clouds and Mud Flaps, you're 47, I'm 52. All right, yeah, we're close. I thought you might have been younger than that, too, being, the years you served, but I had to think about it, but that's great, man. I appreciate it. You know that, as do we all. And, as always, what do I always close out with? Smoke more, hate less, right, guys? I'm freaking fried today, too, by the way. I'm having fun. I'm going to go watch me some YouTube and have some relax and whatnot and get a little bite to eat. And hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, too. Oh, you guys, if you meet up, that'll be awesome. Hey, send me a private video or video. Make something. Have a fire or something and a fry-off. That'd be great. You have 53 mud flaps? Holy cow. Man, we gotta do some kind of our own YouTube vidcon. Weedcon. Weedcon mud flaps. You have 51? See, we got this. All my old 420 folks. I can get Bingus up in here too. Is another one. He's a good channel. If you haven't seen Bingus, check that out. Bingus. But yeah, WeedTube. We could have WeedCom instead of VidCom. We got a good host in Mud Flaps. He'd be the perfect MC. I can see him with the big hat on now, chilling, passing out dabs with everybody. Oh my fucking word, would that be fun. But hey, Rusty. You old man, 23. God bless you. No wonder you get all the ladies, bro. Hanging out with you guys, too. I gotta shut up or I'll stay on all friggin' day. I love you all, man. Have a good one now. Thanks for coming in, as always, you guys. All right? Peace out. Have a good one, Mud Flaps. You know Mud Flaps? Awesome. Well, see you later, Pete. You got the personal number. Get in touch with me if you need. Right. I'd love to be 23 again, too. I gotta stop reading or I won't stop talking. You guys have a good one. Peace out now. Smoke more, hate less. What a good stream. Good people. Love my viewers. Fucking guys.